Hello YouTube, it's me, FemShep, and I am here with my very first channel member replay review. If you missed it, we made YouTube partner thanks to all of you interacting with the channel and helping me hit the watch hour requirements to finally be able to do that. And as a result, we now have channel memberships, which means for different amounts of a subscription per month, whether as little as $3 per month, or if you want to go crazy, I think the highest one I set was 20 or 25 if you like really wanted to support. You can get a whole bunch of different tiers of benefits, with the lowest benefit giving you access to a membership badge and a bunch of channel emojis for interacting with the channel. The next level up at $5 getting you shout outs in every video. Big shout out to Patrick and Clint for being my first two channel members. I appreciate you. And then the level up from that, for $10 a month, you can get replay reviews from me that I can also upload to the channel with your permission if you want, up to 2 replays a month. So right now I only have one channel member at that level, and that is Patrick. Shout out to Patrick. So I have taken 2 of his replays at his request, and with his permission, this is going to be going up on the channel. So I'm going to take a look at those and see if hopefully I can be of some help, which I think with any luck, will be particularly helpful on this one because he also plays modern Marisa, and that's kind of my whole thing. So I'm just going to watch each replay in full to start, and then go back and see what I can specifically identify kind of play-by-play that might be helpful. I'll preface this with, I'm not claiming to be like Zaffarino or somebody as advanced in coaching as Chris F. or 801 Strider. I do what I can. I think I have a lot of knowledge of the game considering the amount of time that I've put into it. For somebody at my level, I definitely think I have something to offer. And I'm just going to do the best I can. Anybody who notices something I miss in these replays that you think would be helpful, please do drop it in the comments because I want it to be as helpful as possible, and that includes after the fact. I might actually learn some stuff about Manon watching this as well, because that's a matchup I need to study more in specific, but I'm guessing that what I'm going to notice mostly here is less matchup specific and more general stuff, because at Plat 1 you tend to have pretty core aspects of your gameplay where you're just kind of swinging in the wrong direction. And if you can bring yourself back to center, you're going to be able to climb rank. So let's see what we can get here. I'm going to have a sip of my beverage while this plays out.
The pleasure is mine.
Give me your best shot!
Round 1. Fight!
I would love if you took this a bit more seriously.
Round 2. Fight!
That was a beautiful fight!
Final round! Fight! Manon wins!
Okay, so right out of the gate, this reminds me a lot of what my Marisa looked like when I first hit Platinum. The core things that are standing out to me are a significant reliance on auto combos, a lot of jumping, and a general discomfort with what to do when nothing is happening. So I'm gonna kind of try to go through one of those things at a time.
The pleasure is mine.
Give me your best shot!
Round one. Fight.
Let me slow this down here a little bit. How do I slow down the speed here? There we go. Okay, so right out of the gate, frame one, you're pretty much immediately doing a Superman punch. So at the first opportunity to potentially wait and see what they do and try to feel out what kind of opponent you're fighting, you just went for an option that is punishable. And what Manon did here is actually quite unsafe. If you had not done anything here, I think, let me see if I can do replay takeover. Yeah, that's definitely punishable. So if you just waited, then right from the jump, you can just let them kill themselves in Plat 1 because people are uncomfortable. And when they're uncomfortable, they just want to hit buttons. And a lot of those buttons that they hit are going to be unsafe. So if you can develop the discipline to not react to that uncomfortable feeling of being in the match and wanting to be in control and wanting to make something happen, if you can keep yourself calm enough to go, I'm not going to hit buttons, I'm going to see what they do, and I'm going to react to what they do, that alone can make a really big difference. Just in the very first interaction, you could have already taken like 30% health. But you got hit, okay. Charge sweep is not a terrible idea because it is safe on block at -3, but Manon is crouching here. So there's pretty much no reason to do a sweep if she's crouching. Sweep is a good call out for if they're walking back and forth a lot. If you see somebody that just kind of wants to shimmy in and out of your space and they're not blocking, they're just walking in and out and in and out and in and out, then throwing out that charge sweep is a good call out to tell them you can't just walk back and forth, you've got to block. But she is blocking here, so that isn't necessarily a good idea. And right after you go for the uncharged sweep. It's really important to keep in mind that Marissa's charge sweep is safe at -3. You still have time to block after, but that uncharged sweep you can see here is actually -11. So it's really, really unsafe. And you don't really want to be throwing it out unless you have strong reason to believe they're standing up and they're going to get knocked down. So you get punished. You get knocked down. Okay, Manon combo. So it goes. Every time you get off the ground, you're pretty much immediately mashing. Mostly mashing that light auto combo. And I think that's gotta be something you're doing just out of discomfort. Like, please don't come near me. If you walk too close to me, I will clip you with my little light kick foot. But it's not actually doing anything for you to be hitting that on wake up. It's a discomfort response. It's you being like, ugh, when you get off the ground, which we all feel that way. That's a universal feeling in this game. It's nervous to be getting up in this game and not know if they're gonna go for throw, if they're gonna go for strike, if they're just waiting for you to make a mistake, if they're gonna walk you down to the corner. It's uncomfortable to be on defense in this game, especially as Marisa, because she has poor defense. But mashing on wake up is not the solution. And if Manon had gone for any kind of meaty here, a meaty throw, a meaty strike, or even just like really picked up on the fact that you always mashed on wake up and thrown out a button as you got off the ground, even long distance, you would be getting hit. You're both kind of whiffing like crazy here, and it feels like you don't quite know what the ranges of your buttons are. The idea here is good. You're kind of trying to play neutral. You're like, all right, she's gonna poke, I'm gonna poke, she's gonna poke, I'm gonna poke, wait and see who develops the advantage. But you're not throwing out pokes with a purpose. You're just kind of picking a button that might hit her, it seems like, and throwing it out there. I'm gonna go into training mode after this and show something I did to get more comfortable with the ranges of Marissa's buttons that I think can work on any character, but I will come back to that. For now, I'm just gonna say, when you throw buttons, you really want there to be a purpose behind it, And it seems like a lot of your button presses come out of discomfort. And honestly, the only way to get past that is just to practice a lot. Because if you were waiting here to actually react to what she was doing and not just throwing out buttons, she's doing a lot of big whiffs that are really punishable if you were waiting and watching. You whiff, she whiffs. Oop, I picked the wrong player control. Oh, that actually did hit you there if you didn't back up. Okay, hang on, let's go back. Okay, that doesn't whiff. It looked like it whiffed the way that played out. Wait, no. Does it whiff if you... There it is. Manon's sweep on whiff, really, really punishable. You can get the big combo with the stand heavy punch, but you gotta be willing to stop hitting buttons and let them make mistakes. But you got hit, okay. That was a really good jump, actually. You guessed command grab, you jumped. This jump I can get behind. But on landing, you don't really know how to get your big combo opportunity off of it. You go for crouch medium punch gladius, which is fine. It's not a bad combo, but you had full resources and could have gotten a much bigger combo that put you in a more advantageous situation. So I'm going to talk about just some B and B combos at the end of this as well that I think are a good place to start. All right, you put her in the corner. Awesome. There's the jumping I was talking about. There's no reason for you to jump here. You have her in the corner, you knock her down, you dash forward, you're in the perfect position here. When you're standing right under the timer like this, you're close enough to pressure them, you're far enough away that most of their buttons will miss you and you can punish them for that. And if they jump out, you have enough room to anti-air them with air-to-air, with crouch heavy punch, on modern maybe with Gladius if you get comfortable reacting with the instant like Gladius. But instead, you jump, which completely gives up your corner pressure opportunity. I think your biggest habits born out of your discomfort in the match here are jumps and just kind of hitting buttons for the sake of hitting buttons. So you jump, you get anti-aired, and immediately your corner pressure's over because you're knocked down and she can just get out of there. She jumps out, you get hit, okay. Now you're in a bad situation. Were you blocking there? Let me have a drink here. It looks like you blocked for like, let's see here. Okay, you were mashing medium auto combo. So again, it's the mashing on wake up. If you had just blocked here, you still have an opportunity to turn this around. Marisa is a huge damage character. It's not over till it's over. But because you chose to mash on wake up, you get hit and you die. Or actually you live, okay. Immediately jump again. Your discomfort options are just buttons, especially mashing, and jump. And because you jump, you get anti-aired and you die.
I would love if you took this a bit more seriously.
Round 2. Fight.
Dash forward at round start, not terrible. It's a good way to close space, make them uncomfortable. I would say at this stage of your development as a Marisa player, you are better off just waiting. Require yourself to, this is actually the same advice I was given in Platinum by the Marisa Discord, and I was pretty pissed about it too, because I really like to be on offense. They told me, wait for at least like 3 seconds at round start. Just 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, see what they do. Even if they don't do much, just establish that you're not going to recklessly do something. Because if Manon had just done round start button here again, like she showed you she did in round 1, that forward dash just would have gotten hit. You do start doing more blocking here, which is good. But you're pretty much reacting that when you're not blocking, you're just mashing an auto combo. In this case, the medium auto combo. And you're completing that auto combo as well. The medium punch and the medium punch target combo is one of Marisa's best tools. But the actual full auto combo is something you should almost never use on this character. Marisa's medium auto combo is good because it gives you access to stand medium punch and the resulting target combo. That's going to be the starter for some of the B&Bs I'm going to talk about later. Because you do get the big hit here, and it could have converted into something a lot bigger than just ending with OD Gladius. You close the space with the dash again, not bad. You got a significant hit there. You finally got the confidence to walk in with a big button and you got the hit and you just didn't know what to convert off of it. So I'm going to go over that in combos later too. Here again, we've got an auto combo with the knee into Heavy Dima. And if I read this correctly, the knee actually got blocked. And you continued the auto combo anyway. Yep. So if the Manon were being smart here at all, she would have just continued blocking and not gotten hit by the special move. You pretty much never want to continue the medium auto combo or the heavy auto combo on block past like the first hit. Because this is so punishable if she blocked it. I'm actually just gonna switch to Manon here. Oh my god. I gotta back up more to be able to block that. -16. So Manon can pretty much punish you with anything she wants there. I don't know why you didn't end the auto combo there. I think you were confused that it hit because it really shouldn't have, and that's just kind of a weird situation. So I'm gonna kind of just move past that. Again, just pretty much only auto combos, which I think is pretty normal as a Plat 1 if you've been playing on Modern. I know I was almost entirely doing auto combos and target combos, and like that was it. And I took my auto combos and target combos, Marisa, to locals, thinking I knew what was going on, and I got washed. So this is coming from a place of empathy and not judgment. This is a normal place to start, but I am gonna try to help give you a couple of combos to just start pushing you forward a little bit. You parried instead of blocking. I'm going to try not to go into... I could go into analysis of every decision you're making here, but I really want to stick to just a couple of things. So, you guessed wrong. Okay. Again, with the mashing the medium auto combo. And if you had done a B&B here, instead of ending the auto combo, she'd be dead. But instead, you need one more interaction. You're uncomfortable, so you jump again. You get anti-aired, puts you in a bad situation, and you get lucky with the armor stance overhead. The first hit of the armor stance overhead is actually safe at -3. The second hit, if she blocked it, super unsafe. But you hit, let's just say you hit, confirmed it, and look at that beautiful heart that's so easy to miss from that overhead too. I love Marisa's animations. You hit her, and she dies. Again with the jumping. I'm sorry to keep saying it. I'm just trying to really draw your attention to it so that you see the pattern that I'm seeing. Because sometimes it's really hard to see when you're the one doing it. Sometimes until I watch my own replays or even until I have somebody else watch my replay, I don't see my bad habit. So I'm going to keep pointing it out to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Blocking. Okay, good. Blocking, good. That was too far away for you to punish. But again, the only buttons you're throwing out are auto combo buttons. You don't really know how to pressure outside of the knee and the stand medium punch that you get off your auto combos. This is more specific, so not the thing you should focus on the most, but it is worth noting that Manon's, I believe this is, where are the inputs? Did I turn the inputs off? There we go. Manon's stand medium punch here. If you're in burnout, it's +1. But if you're not in burnout, it's -1. You don't have to let her loop this. Like, it's your turn after this. That's a situation where that was actually a good button press, but you didn't know what to do on counter hit. So I'm just going to back it up and show you what the conversion there would be, even though it's a little more specific. Oop. I think I have to back it up more to be able to get the conversion. I need to see the button just start to come out. There we go. Okay. On counter hit, forward medium punch can go into jabs, can go into quarter circle back light. If you can't input the quarter circle back light, you can just do jabs into light gladius. It won't get you a knockdown, but it's good enough. It's a good place to start. So could have gotten a knockdown, didn't know what to do, went for auto combo again. It's worth noting that here I thought that the OD Gladius still came out on block. It's been a long time since I mashed that whole auto combo. On block, you'll only ever get the medium punches. Let's forward this a little bit. If you do just the medium punches and stop because you're only doing auto combo, you're -8. That's not safe. That's a really punishable situation you're putting yourself in frequently. And if Manon knew that, she could kill you just for that. So you really don't want to be just doing both medium punches on block. If you're going to just throw it out and you don't know if they're going to block it or not, just do one medium punch. That's safe. You can block after that. Not both of them. If you're going to do both of them, you got to end with something else. Again, the jump. And you get hit and you die. I'm guessing that the second replay is going to be very, very similar. I think it's against the same Manon. But we're going to find out.
The pleasure is mine.
Round 1. Fight.
The random phalanx is a habit I still have when I'm nervous. It's just one more symptom of your tendency to mash something, anything, when you're nervous. And we've got the jump. Mashing auto combo again. Gladius is not bad. That was too far away to be using it. But using more raw gladius in neutral would definitely be a good thing. I'll get into that more later as well in the training room. It loses to lows though, and you're seeing it there. And we got another jump. You're just mashing auto combo and jumps here. Alright, good throw, good throw. It's pretty much like raw special move, first hit of auto combo, or jump are the only things you do when you're not sure what's happening yet. Jump. Auto combo, jump.
Round 2. Fight.
You're using good buttons that are good pokes. You just don't understand the ranges of those buttons yet. And that's something you can learn. Great poke. You have some really good ideas here. You're starting to figure out, all right, just going for the medium punch, just going for the knee isn't working for me. What else can I throw out and poke with? And these are good ideas. You have a good foundation here. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Auto combo because you didn't know how to convert there. If you hear that weird sound in the background, that's just our old man cat. His meow's weird. He's fine. Random special move, random special move. Auto combo? I'm gonna bet you jump. You jump? Do you jump? No. Alright, you got that round. You didn't jump. Nice. Victory! There's the jump. Auto combo. Auto combo. Auto combo. Auto combo again. Jump. Good throw. Mixing in the throws when they're blocking a lot is good. Jump. Auto combo. Jump. Now it's gonna be either a jump or a mash that kills you here. Jump? Do you mash? Jump or a mash? I'm waiting for it. Not exactly. You just threw out a big button that was a little too committal. Okay. I'm gonna go to the training room and try to give you some concrete stuff here to implement into your game plan.
I live for battle.
Hello, kitty! You have a toy? Good job! Now, just for argument's sake, let's do Manon. Buddy, can you stop doing your weird meow when mommy's recording, please? I love you. I love you. Okay. So for starters, I want to talk about the range of your buttons. And I have personally found that one of the best ways to learn the ranges of my buttons was to put a bot in the corner and just see how far away I could walk and the button I was testing would still hit. So here you see, let's say stand medium kick. It's a poke you started using more in the second game that was really working for you as a way to kind of test space. Hits from here, let's try from here. From here, it still hits. You good, bud? You okay? No hairball, you good? You okay? Okay, he's good. Alright, so it hits from here, hits up close, or hits, it still hit from here, just barely. But if you back up a little bit more, whiffs from here. Let's go your forward medium punch. You also use that button a lot. Hits from here, around here, it'll start to whiff. Or your knee. That'll hit at tip range like here. But if you back up any more than that, no. Or actually, wait, no, it still hits from there. Back up more than that, like here, it starts to whiff. I think charged goes a little bit further. Nope, it goes about the same distance. All right. It just goes to show you could always stand to refresh this stuff no matter how much you play the character. But you get a sense of this is about tip range and knee, too much further back from there, and you start to just barely whiff it, charged or not. Stand heavy punch. I often have a difficult time having a really intuitive sense of how far this goes. This is something that never hurts to refresh. Hits from here, it'll hit from here, it goes a little further in the most recent balance patch. It'll hit from all the way here. I think basically past this line, you start to have a whiff. And just doing this with some of your normals, your crouch medium punch will hit about tip range like here. No, that's still a little too far. Like here, if they don't hit anything. About here, it'll still hit on block. You can do this on block with block all, or you can do this on hit with block after first hit. But just rotating through your normals and going, how far away can I walk and this still hits, as simple as it sounds, I found really, really helpful in learning the ranges of my buttons without it being in the pressure of a real match. So that's definitely something I would recommend doing. As far as combos go, for one thing, I want to mostly talk about conversions off of this instead of doing that whole auto combo. But I'm also going to talk about the charged knee because it's something that you were using quite a bit to great effect. This is good if they're not walking away from you fast enough and if they're kind of hunkering down or recklessly throwing out slow buttons. If you hit with a fully charged knee like this, you froze up and you just did another knee. And the knee is 14 frames. This is plus 10 on hit. So 14 is too many. You have 10 frames to do something here. On regular hit, not counter hit, not punish counter, even just regular hit, a fully charged knee converts into back heavy punch, which means you can go into quarter circle back heavy from there and continue your combo from that. If you're still uncomfortable using motion inputs, since you're pretty much only doing auto combos right now, I made it all the way to master before I started using motion inputs. That's completely okay. If you don't want to use the motion input, this is also plus enough to go into the medium punch target combo that you like. So you can do this. Obviously, I don't want you to end with that OD Gladius, but that just shows you that this can go into the medium punches. You'll see that all comboed. The best way to see if something combos is you go into your dummy settings and you set to block after first hit. Because if you just have them on no block, you can't tell. It's hard to tell at first glance that that didn't combo because she's just still getting hit. But if you put her on block after first hit, then if she has time to block, she will. And you'll see she blocked that knee because you're not actually plus enough for it to connect. You know something comboed if the dummy doesn't block, and if the combo counter pops up on the side of the screen. So like this will come up as multiple hits. 4 hits. You see that's 3 hits even though this would only be 2? It's because it comboed. So you can look at the combo counter to see if your combos are working out as well. Now your conversions off of your medium punch target combo. Right now you're doing this, which does like 25% damage. It's not terrible. There's a reason it's an auto combo. But for one thing, you're spending 2 bars of drive on this OD Gladius. And unless you're converting it into level 2, which is what the full auto combo does, unless you're converting it into level 2, there's basically no reason to do an OD Gladius. Because you can just end with a regular Gladius, and OD here, okay, that's 2660. Light Gladius does 2068. So it does do less damage, but it's only 500 less, and it's saving you 2 whole bars of drive meter. It's not worth spending 2 whole bars to do 500 more damage. And most of the time, if you're gonna spend 2 bars, there are ways to extend that combo for more damage and more corner carry by spending 2 bars. If you want to spend 2 bars after this hits, instead of doing an OD Gladius, I want you to do back special OD, like this. It costs the same amount. You'll see you're already at 2104, so only 400 less damage than if you ended with the OD Gladius. And you can end that combo in a whole bunch of different ways. You can just end with regular Gladius. And that is the same amount of damage as if you'd done OD Gladius, actually a little bit more. Or you can now get a juggle with the charged heavy punch. That actually interestingly converts into level 2 as well. You can do 2 charge stand heavy punches for a lot of corner carry. And that does 3100 damage. So you spent the same amount of meter and did like 500 more damage than if you just ended with OD Gladius. Or you can actually just neutral jump forward after this and still be on top of her and plus in her face. You're plus 13 here, actually. So if you immediately do a knee or a command grab, either one of those would beat her mashing buttons on wake up like you tend to do. So that's not a bad situation either. But anytime you have the impulse to do this, I want you to do this instead. If you want to spend more than 2 bars and you want a lot of corner carry, and I'm going to stick to the version here that doesn't have the motion input, so it's not a safe jump. But after you do this, then it's drive rush, back heavy punch, and then down special. This is a really strong B&B for you to have as Marisa. It takes a little bit of getting used to start using drive rush in the middle of your combos for the first time. I know I dropped this combo relentlessly when I first started using it, but it is really core to play the character effectively. So I would say if you have the meter to spend 3 bars and still not be in the yellow below 3 bars, and you want a lot of corner carry, this is a good option for your combo route. And even if they back roll, you can still get real oaky after that and hit them as they get off the ground by doing drive rush after that. Like if Manon were just to hit her fastest button on wake up here, you see, you still hit her out of it. You get more pressure after that if you have the meter to spend. So it's a really, really good combo. I would say that's probably a good place to start with Marisa B&Bs, is just not ending with the OD Gladius. Go for this, and then go for either Gladius, or charge stand heavy punch, or jump forward. Any of your supers will combo after that as well. You can obviously get more elaborate, more optimized combos, but just as a place to start, off of this, every single one of your supers will connect. So that allows you to convert into super as well. If you aren't converting into level 2, you do not need that Gladius to be OD. Gladius converts into level 3 without having to spend those 2 bars. So if you want to convert into level 3 off of those medium punches, you can just do... and that'll work. Worth noting, you can't, with the 1-button Gladius, do this mid-screen. it'll whiff. It has to be a heavy Gladius. So if you're not comfortable doing the manual quarter circle forward yet, either just do this directly into level 3, or just do Gladius into level 3. I think just having combos that give you more pressure after, give you more corner carry, and don't end with this, that alone is going to make your Marisa a lot scarier. Especially because if they back roll, you don't get any real Oki, really, off of a Gladius knockdown if they back roll afterwards. Because look how far away she is. You can't get to her fast enough to guarantee that a long-reaching button or even a wake-up command grab would not grab you out of your option. I think the command grab might work on Manon. Let me see, actually. If she does command grab on wake up. Oh my god, which one of these is command grab? I gotta find out. I don't know the names. Okay, that is command grab. That's the fastest one. Okay, in that case, you can't hit her out of it. I know Zangief has grabbed me out of my Oki attempts off of that before. There are a lot of times that's, without getting into overly specifics, there are a lot of times where if you try to pressure after a Gladius knockdown and they back roll, they have a lot of space and a lot of time to get out of the pressure that you're trying to exert. They can even just walk back and beat many of your options. So, ending with Gladius, often not the best way to get pressure. Ending with this gives you pressure. With this gives you pressure. You got options. So just beginning to replace this habit on hit with this. Or if you really don't want to spend anything, this. Or even if you want to keep them close to you, you can also do this with one button inputs. Do you see how much closer she is to you after that than if you did the Gladius knockdown? You're on top of her immediately. You could even dash forward and be in her face. So ending that with things other than Gladius could make a really, really big difference for you. The charge knee converting into this or into your medium punches. You don't really convert into anything but the light auto combo with the light auto combo on hit, and that hit confirms for you. The only thing I really have to say about that is stop mashing it on wake up. If you mash on wake up, it should be because you think they are going to do something that won't actually hit you as soon as you get off the ground. And if you're gonna mash something, it should be your crouch light punch, not your auto combo crouch light kick, because this is a frame faster than this. Marisa's only 4-frame button, her fastest button. The fastest buttons in the game are all 4 frames. This is your 4-frame. If you're gonna mash, you wanna mash this, not this. For the heavy auto combo, if you do see that the knee hits and continue into this, it's actually the same situation as the OD version of Dima. You can convert into the same things. Or the jump forward. The knee command grab mix I mentioned there is more real off of the heavy one than off of the OD one. But it'll probably still catch people in Platinum, honestly. If you like the medium punch target combo, which is very good, it also combos if you do drive rush stand heavy punch and it hits, it goes into that. Or if they miss a button right in front of your face, like I showed you with her sweep earlier, and you get a punish counter with this, punish counter gives you the same frame advantage as drive rush, so that would also go into your medium punches. You want to get really comfortable with these medium punches, holding auto to get the medium punches, and then letting go of it if you want to do something that isn't either OD or continuation of the auto combo. You can keep holding auto if you want your OD Dima, because you need to be holding it to get OD. But if you want to end with medium, you gotta let go of auto. Here, let go of auto, drive rush. Getting in and out of that auto combo is something you 100% want to lab. It is core to Marisa to be able to access this button without being trapped in the automatic follow-ups to this button. Trying to think other core combos worth mentioning. I went into this. I went into what you can convert off of this, what you can convert off of this. I think that's probably a good place to start because I don't want to overwhelm you with too many options. On block, if you see them block this, if you do just the one, you're safe. You're only -1. But if you do both, you're -8. You can't be doing that. So your options there, just a good place to start for options there is your Gladius. There is a gap here. So if they do something invincible, almost anything invincible is going to rip through that Gladius. It's not foolproof, which is why you don't want this to be your only way of pressuring. But ending with Gladius is still a lot safer than not doing anything at all. And you can vary whether or not you charge that Gladius to force them to guess whether or not you're going to charge it and make their decisions accordingly. Not charge it at all, charge it a little bit, charge it all the way. But you don't want to just leave yourself -8. That's really not a good place to be. You can also drive rush cancel it by tapping parry after the second hit on block. If you do that, and if you think they're going to block, you can catch them with command grab. Oops. It won't beat mashing, but if they're determined to block, it'll catch them. Or if you go into the first hit of your light auto combo, that will catch them. If they were only stand blocking, it'll hit them, and you can just mash out the rest of the light auto combo. But if they blocked it, you're +1, so you can try to surprise throw them, even though technically they can mash out of it. You can back up if you think they're gonna hit throw, and then punish them for having hit throw. You got options. I would say a good place to start off of that is just going to be either end with different charges of Gladius, drive rush cancel into your crouch light kick, or drive rush cancel into command grab. I think that is probably enough information to move you forward. I would say, in general, what I'm getting from these replays is stop mashing, stop jumping, and get a couple of solid B&B combos going that spend your meter meaningfully and let you continue your pressure afterwards. When nothing is happening, when you are just in that neutral dance and you're uncomfortable and you want to hit literally any button, especially your auto buttons, because you don't know what to do, just practice those ranges in the lab of how far your buttons reach so that based on where they're standing, you can go, okay, my knee's gonna reach. My crouch medium punch is gonna reach. My forward medium punch is gonna reach. Crouch medium punch into Gladius is fine. You can do better stuff there with drive rush, but for now, just this into Gladius, oops, is fine. If it hits them, great. If they block it, fine. The Gladius won't come out on whiff. If you just input it, you'll see it only comes out on hit or on block. So that's fine. Your forward heavy kick, your knee, which is the first hit of your heavy auto combo, but also just forward heavy. Knee into your one button light Gladius is one of Marisa's best tools. It's a true block string, which means they can't do anything after they block the knee. If they block the knee, they also have to block the Gladius. It's all one string. And it takes a whole bar of their drive meter away from blocking it, and it leaves you far enough away that anything but a heavy button from them is going to miss. So if you do this because they want to block, and they then throw out a medium button, you see that button miss, and you hit them with crouch medium punch Gladius, say. It's just like a tiny whiff punish. or if they're really close to you, you can start your punish with medium punches. But at long range, this is going to be better than just throwing this into the air. This also has more range. In like gradually reducing range, like furthest range, a little less range, kind of mid-range, very short range. If you just keep throwing this out, you're not going to be able to hit them unless they're making mistakes right in your face. And there's never a reason to be mashing this. Ever. Ever, ever. That's not going to help you. It's just a nervous tick. And we all have them. We all have them. Every single player, myself included. I 100% have nervous ticks that show up under pressure. So, in summary, jump less, mash less, practice a couple of B&Bs off of this, and off of your knee into heavy Dima from the auto combo. Practice the ranges of your buttons, and just be willing to wait for even 3 seconds at the start of a round. Count it out for yourself. 1, 2, 3. Then you can move. But just see what they do. Get used to holding yourself comfortably in a space where you're not hitting a button, you're observing, and you're reacting to what they do. And even if you don't react effectively yet, even if all that happens is they immediately drive rush and you don't check it and you get hit, you are still training yourself that it is okay not to hit buttons all the time. And that is going to benefit you in the long run. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, please drop them in the comments. I'm presuming you remain a channel member. I'm looking forward to reviewing 2 more replays for you in February. If anyone else is interested in receiving replay reviews, channel memberships at $10 a month will get you 2 replay reviews a month. And I would love to be able to do this for more people. I really love helping other Marisa players because other people did this for me when I was in Platinum, and it made a really, really big difference in my climb up. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for submitting your replays. Thank you so much, Patrick, for becoming a channel member in the first place. If any of you see me at Frosty in only a few days now, say hello. I can't wait to be in Chicago. Take care of yourselves. When in doubt, Gladius. Have a good night. I'm gonna add as final addendums, because I always have additional thoughts after I turn the camera off. When you're just playing in neutral, as long as you're careful that you're not too far out of range, and you can again just practice that in the lab by seeing how far you can walk back. Gladius. If they walk too close to you, they're gonna get hit. You don't want it to miss, so if they're just walking back, keep walking forward before you hit a button. But this forces them to respect your space and has infinitely more range than this. If they start walking in so close that they can hit you low and beat the Gladius, then start using other buttons. Start catching them walking towards you with this. Start catching them walking towards you with your favorite button, like this. And I also wanted to mention, I mentioned this as a B&B earlier. Oh, wait. If it will carry them to the wall, then you can do OD on the phalanx to get an even bigger combo. So keep that in mind as well. That spacing awareness can make a really big difference. And now that's actually it, because I don't want this replay review to be longer than an hour starting out. I think an hour is already a lot of information to digest. I hope this was helpful. Thank you again for being a channel member, and have a great night.